Dr. Skinner, I am Dick Malott. Sorry I missed you earlier.
Dr. Malott, please call me Fred. It is a pleasure to meet you. But what happened to your famous beard?
Well, I picked at it so much, I made a hole in my beard, so I shaved it. I was using a rubber band snap to punish my behavior, but that didn't seem to work.
Not aversive enough? Perhaps you should try shock. I think you can get a small shock device they use with dogs.
That would be great, because this king-size rubber band I have on my wrist isn't working. The fact is, when I snap it, it kind of turns me on. Plus I get a lot of criticism from colleagues when I pick and snap in the faculty meetings.
Perhaps bad attention is better than no attention? You might say you are receiving a lot of attention. If you will pardon a bad pun.
Sorry, I missed all that. I was having a private thought. Did you get a chance to see our stimulus control lab?
I see you have a number of varieties of Columbolivia domestica in your lab.
Yes, Kay has been experimenting with rollers and tumblers. She has a student who is interested in whether a roller peak shifts in the direction it rolls.
You can't be serious. Frankly, I never did understand you Columbia types. All these stimulus control experiments. I mean, what is next? Teaching verbal behavior to monkeys.
Around here, we leave teaching verbal behavior to Jack Michael. He is our expert on you.
By the way, on my tour, I saw students with pigeons on their shoulders. One had a white Carneaux and another fellow had what looked like a homing pigeon. Did he learn that from my movie about operant conditioning?
Well, we do show your movie in Psych 350. But Harvey is one of our brighter students. He was the student with the goatee. As you say, a fine fellow. He is selling Superman SD t-shirts in Sep.
Sep? Was he the one who replaced Curly Howard in the Three Stooges?
The Student-Centered Education Project. SEP is my educational commune. We are trying to create a new blueprint. Blueprint for education.
I hope you don't mind me saying it. Learning machines and self-paced instruction are one thing, but frankly, the male faculty at Western seem terribly interested in communes and hippies. You have your student education commune, Roger Ulrich has Lake Village, and Ron Hutchinson with his lighthouse. All this sex, drugs and rock and roll. Didn't you guys read any of my other books? What's next? Making wine.
What a good idea, thanks. I will talk to Howard Farris.
Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if great social voices had never taken up a pen. What would have happened if the hippie movement had never started in Haight-Ashbury? If Bob Dylan and Pete Seeger had never written a song? What would have happened if Peter Fonda and Dennis Hopper had never written Easy Rider? Seriously, what would you all be teaching today if I had never written Walden 2 in 1984? I mean, 1948.
Gee, you weren't kidding about radical behaviorism being philosophical because, I mean, those questions are heavy, man. What would we be doing if the free love hippie movement came along and we didn't have Walden 2 as a reason to explore what was happening in the student counterculture? Gosh, that is a good question. Now I got one for you. What do you think of women's rights?
Frankly, I like both sides. Left and right, tops and bottoms.